Welcome to the landmark 50th episode of the Inside TFM Podcast, the only podcast that has ever tested positive for an STD. I'm your host, Jared Borslow, here with my co-host, Jake Goldman.
It's good to be here, Jared, on our 50th episode. What did we test positive for?
You never heard of it. It's one of those cool ones that only like I've heard of and a few other guys who, have.
So you gave us the.
I didn't say that.
Well, if I don't. Okay. Anyway.
It was herpes.
Okay. Yeah, I've heard of that.
You've heard of that?
I've heard of that.
You probably only got the mouth one like a bitch, dude. It's all about genital herpes. That's the cool herpes.
That's what I've heard. I've heard you're not cool unless you itch all over. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just like the bumpiness is kind of considered.
Okay, that's enough.
Anyways,
of that. Anyway,
enough of
50th
that.
episode, guys. It's a big one.
Yep. Thank
We're
you
pretty
for
excited. 50
sticking
continuous.
along. 50 for you. I only was on probably like 30 of the 50.
Yeah. No, I
we
mean,
used to
there was
go
some
back and
alternating
forth.
going back
Yeah.
and forth. You know, we've had some people come kind of in and out of the podcast. We've had Boosh. As you know, Rob is no longer here, too.
Yeah. If you guys haven't read Rob's farewell piece titled "Good Night, Sweet Dirtbags," I'd recommend checking it out. It's an all-timer. Especially if you're a fan of Rob's series.
Yeah, if you're familiar with Rob's work, it's pretty much entirely in his wheelhouse.
Yeah,
it is so on the mark for Rob humor.
Yeah, but as the old saying goes, the podcast must go on. That's from like the 1800s.
Yeah,
It's an old saying.
that's what they were saying in colonial America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Jake and I will be here to keep bringing you the smut and donkey rape stories that keep you all coming back here
That's
every
right.
week.
That's right. The John Bonet stuff that I specifically said in our meeting before this that we were not going to continue. Jared just alluded to. So I guess we're keeping it.
There's more than one instance of donkey rape. Enough about donkey rape.
Yeah, wow. We're really starting with STDs in this. Okay.
Hey,
Yeah.
the 50th episode's got to be like the previous 49, or else what's the point of celebrating a 50th
That's
episode?
a good point. Anyway,
But
guys,
for now, yes.
I guess I'll lead myself in.
Yes.
Yeah, we have a RG promo code we wanted to tell you about real quick. So on the day this airs, Thursday, there is a deal going on. It is if you spend $35, you get a free American flag tank top. But on top of that, we want to give you a little discount code. Use the code TFM20 for 20% off your purchase. So you're going to need to make $35 out of your 20% off discounted stuff. So you get a bunch of cool stuff and also an American flag tank top for free. So TFM20, get $35 in your cart, get a free tank top. TFM20 is the code.
Next week we'll have a code for free ass jeans. And so
Yeah, that's not going away either, I guess.
time for some new business, Jake.
New business, yeah.
If you are watching the feed right now, the video of our podcast, which we have every week, you'll see that there has been a human under an American flag just sitting next to us, not saying anything for the past couple of minutes.
Yeah, it's you would think it's just an American flag for, decor, but it's not. There's actually a person under there.
It's a man. He's back from the dead. They call him the silly boy from Philly. What else do they call him?
The Pillsbury, Philadelphia. I already screwed up my nickname. He puts the eagle in Schmeagle.
The Pennsylvania pickle monster.
The bro of brotherly love.
That's pretty good, actually.
Thanks. Yeah.
The no longer unemployed, drum roll, Dan Regester. What are you coughing for?
Oh man, I'm sorry. I'm low on oxygen right now.
It's hard to breathe under all that freedom,
Yeah.
huh?
I'm amazed you're not just burnt all over from touching the American
Thanks,
flag.
thanks for the unveil, Tasha.
Yeah, thank you.
Tosh, your sweetheart.
We appreciate that.
Thank you.
Welcome
It's
back,
good to be
Dan.
back.
Yeah.
How many times have you been on the Inside TFM podcast?
I think like twice. But
Twice?
like not memorable episodes.
Yeah,
No,
I
it's
believe
forgettable ones.
I believe the only thing you were talking about was how old people need to pay a tax,
Death tax.
a death tax. Yeah,
You had to pay in order to live.
right. Yeah,
That's
that
like
was
75.
that was a good one.
It was good. Yeah.
Yeah,
Is that on Trump's
I'm not
docket?
sure what the episode is, but maybe go through the archives. Just listen.
Listen
just
to
kinda
them all.
Yeah.
Hey,
listen to them
while
all,
you're at
figure
it,
out.
you should rate, review, give us 5 stars, and make it a funny review, and we will read it on air.
Yeah, any 5-star review, we're gonna give you guys a shout out. We'll read your name. We'll read your stupid comment about how Jared does dumb stuff in college, whatever it is. How Dan, has bitch tits, or how I'm just a Jew bastard. Either way, we'll read it all if it's funny. If you give us 5 stars.
Speaking of Dan, do you want to stand up for the camera real quick? So,
I mean,
yeah, I know you do.
do we really want to?
Yes, we want
No,
you to,
I don't know
Dan.
if we want to.
Do it, Dan. I already said it. You got to do it. What happened?
Yeah, dude.
What?
What?
I saw Dan. I played golf with him this past weekend, and he was wearing like a Callaway polo that was one size too big, and he looked like he was wearing his dad's fucking shirt, and he was like 7 years old.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what happened to all the masks, man?
I had nothing to do for 4 months.
So you just withered,
Pretty much.
atrophied? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, when you run low on money and you really have nothing to do, it's just kind of
What were you
just
eating?
kinda-
Like, were you eating porridge?
part of the course, you know?
Were you eating porridge?
Yeah.
What's your favorite flavor of porridge? Is porridge flavored, or is it like a
Don't
one flavor
think so.
thing?
No, is it like chicken broth?
That's not what porridge
No,
is.
it's
I'm pretty sure
porridge is
porridge.
like oatmeal.
I'm pretty sure it's like milk mixed with old newspaper.
Yeah.
I'm not entirely certain though.
It's basically you have to squirt lime in it if you don't want scurvy, if that's your
Yeah.
sole source of food.
I could totally see Dan getting scurvy. I don't feel
That
like
would be a Dan
Do you eat a lot of
disease.
citrus, Dan?
I was starting to get shakes, but no. Yeah, like
That's the first step.
why would I ever like fruits? Fruits are high in sugar. I'm not trying to.
You don't like
It's
sugar.
keto life. You
Yeah.
call it keto.
keto.
Ketamine?
Keto?
Ketamine diet?
Ketamine.
Did I say keto?
I don't know. Some guy at the GNC the other day said keto to me, so I don't know.
Anyway, let's just address it.
Yeah,
It's good to be here. I'm not trying to replace Rob.
but you are.
But you are
That is
replacing. You're
fact
literally
Technically,
Rob's
I'm-
replacement.
Technically, I'm
Not
replacing
technically.
Rob.
That is what you were doing.
So
That's what I'm
everybody,
doing.
make sure you judge Dan against
To the
Rob.
standard of
yeah, to the
Rob,
standard
you
of
know?
Rob. So
Yeah, I got
that'll
it.
be fun.
Tasha, what's up?
Like I'm not. Yeah, I don't know. What is Tasha doing?
Oh, she's doing the robot.
dancing. What? You're allowed to leave. Like you can leave. You can stay. You don't
Yeah,
have to.
It's up to you.
But
you
you-
choose.
You can
All
hang.
right, Tasha, you're not.
Maybe dancing in front of
You're not on camera.
the rundown.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like yeah.
But where Rob
Yeah.
Okay.
Rob was prepared and like witty and I don't know, just kind of like articulate.
Smart.
Yeah.
I'm none of those things.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's good.
no,
That's
yeah.
what we
So-
needed. We needed more dumb.
Yeah.
That's what we needed.
More people to take this podcast off the rails, because
Yeah.
usually it's pretty on the rails.
if
know?
you
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 know,
weren't
I'm,
aware.
I'm an off the cuff guy. Just kind of shoot from the hip.
Yeah.
Not a big fact guy. Just kind of like if it comes
no,
to mind.
well,
it
you
comes
like
to mind.
alternative facts.
Big alternative.
Don't
fact
we all?
guy.
It's a lot better for arguments.
Are
sake.
facts alternative facts also, or are there only two things? It's things that are true and things that
Or
you're-
alternative.
are alternatively true.
I don't know. I don't know the answer to
Dan,
that.
you're a big. What do you think, Dan? You like alternative facts?
You know, it's really up to you. You don't have to. There's no.
We
there's no,
create
like,
our own
set
reality?
define.
Yeah, in this box, in this studio, everything
Yeah.
we say is truth, and that's a fact.
So, like, if I'm imagining you two in your underwear right now, is that like, can we make that real or what? Anyways,
Whatever you
we
want.
wanted to go in some other new business. We kind of have a new format for the show. 50th episode, new cast. We thought we'd change stuff up a little bit. But with all these changes that you're going to see through this show and through the rest of the series, we want to hear your feedback. We want to know if it's working, if it's not
Or if
working.
we just suck.
or if we
'Cause
suck.
We'll change that up too.
Yeah, we'll stop sucking.
We do have
if
this
you don't like
thing.
that.
We're doing this thing now where, like, when you tell us we suck, we don't just be like, oh, you're a fucking idiot. We'll, like,
Yeah.
listen to you and then see, if what you're saying makes any sense and
Well-
then judge whether or not you're a fucking
Yeah,
idiot.
if you're like, you suck because of these reasons, we'll actually look at the
Yeah.
reasons and address them. If it's like, you suck because you're a fucking little bitch, like, I'll stop being such a fucking little bitch.
Well-
I'll try my best.
We'll try to be better,
Yeah.
but we're not
Yeah.
promising.
So
like,
if we do
we'll
suck,
deliver.
tell us why we suck. And, maybe we can get some progress here.
Yeah, but as far as we're concerned right now, none of this sucks and it's fucking awesome. So this is the format we're running with.
This is a team effort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So-
like pledging.
Kind of.
It's like
like a chapter meeting.
somebody
it's really what it
fails-
is.
Yeah, I'm
We
going
all
to take
fail.
credit for that.
Yeah, Jake, you want to explain the new format that we're going to run with for right now until people tell us it's really bad?
Yeah, so basically
it's
what we're
not.
going to do, we're going to, start with some
See you,
old,
Tosh.
very much like a chapter meeting. We're going to start with old business that we talked about last week. We're going to get into new stuff that's going on now. And then we're going to have our own little segments that we all kind of run with. So we're each bringing a new segment. Each of us is responsible for
kind of like
one.
a committee report.
Yeah,
But we're not
exactly.
calling it that because that's lame as hell.
Yeah, we're not going to be like, oh, old business gavel. No, we're not doing that.
Brother Dan, are you here?
Present.
Did
which
you almost
sucks.
say the secret thing from your fraternity?
I almost
you
said
did.
the Fiji thing.
You
yeah.
almost said the Fiji thing.
No, so you both were Fiji. So when I brought that idea up, you all started saying shit that only happens in Fiji chapter
We
meetings.
did
I was
say
like,
that.
what are all these things? And I realized quickly that you were in the same
Yeah, so
fraternity.
we might get all
I'm sure
all
nationals
Phi Gamma
would,
on you.
they would probably would have approved of us doing that, like becoming a pretty
Yeah, they
much
would have.
not non-secretive fraternity.
Yeah.
exactly. This is gonna be a podcast where we just out all of fraternity secrets.
Just all Fiji stuff.
yeah, we just get in
all
front of
the
the
time.
camera, put our hands there, and do the how to do the
grip.
Cabazig
Yeah.
handshake.
Yeah.
But so with that being said, maybe
Yeah.
we should get into our first thing of new stuff.
We will. So this is a story that it's probably one of the best things Micah, producer Ham, has ever done was forward this story to me because unlike the news tip you shared earlier this week that was a month old, and then we had somebody waste time writing it when it was a month old. Good job, Ham. This is a hot news story that we actually broke, and I'll get more into this later, but my breaking this story caused a bunch of like wrong facts to be disseminated into other alternative facts to be covered by other people who covered this story. So it all started as an email to the tips@totalfratmove.com email account. The Indiana Delta Chi chapter bought 4,200 chairs at a penny a piece for $54 total online from Menards, which is a Midwestern home improvement superstore. Do you know how much money that is?
I've never heard of that.
Menards? Well,
Yeah.
They have them in Wisconsin. Like I think it's from Wisconsin down to like Missouri.
Oh, cool. Yeah, so it's irrelevant. to
How
most.
nice were
Yeah.
these? They were $350.
They were $358 lawn
What do they
chairs.
do? Do they rock?
Do they blow you?
So they do rock. They're called the Backyard Creations Haddington Chat Chair.
So you create babies in these backyard creations.
Yes.
Haddington
Yes.
chat chairs.
Yes. And
Wait, a chat chair.
a chat chair. You like it's like a garden party kind of deal for like rich aristocrats.
You eat like triangle bread sandwiches.
yeah,
and
like no crust.
Yeah, right.
Just,
no,
just
little
like cucumbers and cream cheese.
Oh, dude, cucumber sandwiches are bomb though.
Are they? I never
Pick
really
these
had
up.
one.
It's like the whitest thing you can eat. But
It's like pimento sandwiches too. I feel like they're
that's good
super
too,
white.
Man. God.
So the chapter actually planned to sell the chairs to nursing homes and schools and donate all the proceeds to charity. And if you want to calculate that out, the retail value of the chairs they purchased was $1,503,600.
And they were coming in with a cool $54 price tag.
$54 price tag.
Yeah.
So Menards got back to them and said that the product that was listed on the website was a figment of a computer's imagination.
Which is what reality is in general. So that shouldn't.
Elon Musk said it.
Yeah. So that shouldn't come into play here. I don't see how that's. You know what? I really don't like how Menards was like, that's the most bullshit excuse I've ever heard. They could have been like, oh, that was a clerical error, which is what anyone says. And that's like, okay, that's understandable. It is a figment of a computer.
Yes.
So the computer was like dicking around, like uploading product. And it was like, you know what? Fuck it. Like, I don't remember what these chairs cost. I think it was a penny.
So I'll just put it up there.
Yeah,
And the thing is, there was like
It's the shittiest computer ever.
there was like 4 different patterns for the cushions.
Yeah.
And all the rest were $358, but for some reason the Tamara Paisley pattern, that's what it was called, was 1 penny. And so in the thing I joked about how people like maybe it was a penny because people kept thinking it was like designed by Tamara Mowry from the Disney show Sister Sister. And a news organization said in the thing, yes, the Tamara Mowry designed chairs. I was like, that's not right. I made that up. But
God,
if you want to report my fake news, that's totally
Yes.
fine with you.
Yes. Oh my God.
And this is coming off the like heels of Google banning 200 different sites.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like for reporting fake news.
You're gonna
we're
get us-
probably
you're gonna
TFM's probably
get us
on-
banned.
Like we're getting banned.
Because
from
of your
Google.
bullshit.
Tamara Mowry, who is like she's like probably like 42, like hasn't been on a TV show in a while. I don't think.
Do you care to comment on why everyone thinks your chairs are shit?
Yeah, do you care? What are you gonna do to help out the Indiana Delta Chi chapter who purchased your chair
For a penny.
Tamara Mowry. So Dan, going back to this figment of a computer's imagination thing, is Westworld real?
I mean, I was starting to contemplate that.
Yeah.
Like
'Cause-
during unemployment, I went through a really bad phase with Black Mirror and Westworld.
That's something. That's
that's-
the darkest place you can get into
Yeah.
if you're unemployed.
That makes you really question if you exist or not.
Not only do I have a
constantly.
job, I'm not a human.
I'm
Yeah,
not
I was,
even here.
I was contemplating taking a knife and just cutting myself open, see if there's robotic parts.
Just checking out the gears, oiling them up a little bit, stitching it back up. Yeah.
Damn. That's kind of like so. Unemployment, does that make you actually like stop believing in reality as it is?
No, I found God.
You found
Okay, that's good. That's good. God is
Found
important.
Jesus.
So in your digital existential crisis, would this deal at a penny a chair be worth it while you're unemployed? Like, is that a splurge item at that point? Would you buy like a couple hundy chairs? Like, is that something you would stretch on, or would you just like pass
And then
on that?
try to just like
Try to
yeah.
like hawk them off to other people that needed lawn furniture.
Yeah, like I mean, I was trying to sell things I found out the back of trucks.
That's so
it.
Philly.
What,
yeah.
what fell off the back of a truck?
I mean,
It's
kind of a legal issue right now that I'm going through, so we don't really need to get into that.
It was a figment of the truck's imagination.
that's
See, I like to use insurance, like all insurance companies kind of go to, which is an act of God.
Yeah.
So it was an act of God that all those TVs fell off the back of the truck.
wait a second.
It doesn't matter that you unhinged the latch on their truck as they pulled away.
It's an act of Dan, but I've always found it kind of interesting though that act of God was like a thing that insurance coverage wouldn't cover, because like isn't every accident by
Yeah.
nature random and an act of like?
well, God
so
created
it's
you
all-
and He created cars,
It's
so
all part
I
of
don't
his
know.
plan. It's all part of his plan.
Yeah.
It's all-
You can't really naysay God on this fatal car accident
God.
because the brakes went out. Can you?
So, Dan, do you think Menards should do something here besides just refund everybody for like the $54 they paid for these chairs?
Yeah, I mean, you gotta nut up.
I think the big thing, the kicker for me, you mentioned this in your update, was that they were going to donate like $100,000 to the Jimmy V Foundation.
Yeah.
I think they need to cut a check.
They
to the
do.
Jimmy V Foundation.
They honestly do,
because
because
that's
if-
a great cause.
it is. And so if they're saying, yeah, we were going to make, around this much money from selling these lawn chairs and donating that money to the Jimmy V Foundation.
Yeah.
But if you just give the Jimmy V Foundation a few, tens of grands of money,
Give them
we'll be
anything
fine.
that's
We'll
a
be fine.
gesture. Like
Yeah.
make the gesture. If I have to sit and listen to one of the greatest speeches of all time from Jimmy V every year during basketball season, Menards needs to shell out some money.
yeah.
Like if you're a sports fan, you already love the Jimmy V Foundation because you have to watch that every year. And
As
it's
the
awesome.
IU Delta Chi said, they were like, you can turn this PR disaster into a great PR story.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
like, oh, Menards, was going to have their products sold, so instead they'll just give that money right to the Jimmy V Foundation.
or you could just say cancer is a figment of all of our imaginations and be little bitches.
That's what Menards would do.
Your move, Menards.
Fucking Menards.
All right.
Somebody said in the comment section, suck Menards.
Classic.
Thought that was a great comment.
God,
Classic.
man.
Speaking
I
of
love
comments,
our
we're now
comments.
doing a thing on TotalFratMove.com called Commenter of the Week.
I'm looking
so
forward to that.
yeah, it's gonna be fun. So if you want to start getting active in our vibrant and fun commenting community, now's a great time because
It's
you can
very
be
Join
welcoming.
the
featured.
network.
Yeah, it's
Join the
very
network.
welcoming. They're very like
Very
they're-
clean.
Yeah, very clean.
Very clean.
A
Respectful.
lot of constructive criticism on how to make your comments better. Like,
Yeah.
go drink bleach, fuckface.
The
That's
most
a big one.
common comment is "Great article, Jared,"
Yeah.
or "Great article, Dan."
Actually, one of the most common ones
think
is
it's-
"You're the man, Dylan."
You're the man, Dylan.
I
So
love
yeah,
that one.
now's a great time. We actually are starting to do this, and we interview you if you're commenter of the week, and we might do this depending
We'll
depending on
see.
how it works.
We'll see just how nice you guys are.
We're
Yeah.
With a
gonna
little
give
caveat.
we're gonna give a 30-second say whatever you want on the Inside TFM podcast to the commenter of the week.
Little remarks.
It
of
is going to
criticism.
be completely edited.
We reserve the right to bleep anything you say that's bad for the company or your own self.
Yeah, because
Uh,
we're going
It
to
could
say who
just
you
be
are.
one
But
long
we're gonna
beat.
keep all the other terrible things. Just nothing that's awful, but terrible is perfect.
What's the difference?
There's a huge difference, but I don't know what it is.
Well, we know it's like
I know it when I see it.
like porn in the Supreme Court. We'll know when we see it.
Yep.
All right.
Indeed. All right, now on to
Speaking of terrible people, let's just get into my segment.
Okay, we're
Okay.
gonna
let's just skip my segment and just go right into Dan's. I like it.
Yeah.
I like going off the cuff. All right, Dan. Time for Dan's segment.
No, see, I thought that was your segment. So you're gonna you go again. Go ahead. I thought.
Here is Dan's segment.
yeah, Dan, you've already
do
jumped.
that.
You've already jumped order. Go for it.
No, we
Fine,
do that
fuck
on
it.
this podcast. It's fun.
Yeah.
Let's do it. All right. So speaking of homeless people, terrible people.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. Okay.
We're gonna bring back. If you're familiar with the site, I have quite a few hot takes. They're half baked. Never really put it. Like I said, never really put a whole lot of thought.
They're
into
half
it.
baked because unemployed Dan couldn't afford the other half of the baking.
Right. Like
Yeah.
I'm trying to save some money on the heating bill. I'm like,
He just
Got
cooks
it.
stuff
And
out.
energy.
He cooks pasta halfway through. He just crunches through it.
Dan's idea is like Dan's idea is like shitty al dente. Basically, it's just like should have cooked it like one more minute.
Like I can eat it. It's whatever. But
I can kind of digest this thought, but really wish I would have thought it
maybe
through
that's
more.
why I'm having so many digestive issues.
No,
now.
that's not why.
you're only cooking your chicken halfway.
Fuck. It's not
Medium
Crohn's
rare.
disease.
Medium
I
rare.
seared the chicken. That's how you do it, right?
Just flip it. Yeah, yeah,
Okay, Dan's half-baked hot take.
yeah.
So if you read the site, I've written before that I think we should send the homeless people to Mars, and like me and Jake have actually debated about this. It's not necessarily the most financially stable option.
No, it's not. It's completely
It's not
like
feasible.
detrimental to the economy.
Let's hear him out, though. Let's hear him out.
That's not what this is
This
even
is not-
about.
this
We've
isn't even what this
established that
is
this is
about.
the worst idea. The
So
Mars
I've
thing.
kind of like, I've kind of done a little thinking about it, and maybe we don't send homeless people to Mars.
It's a good start.
Instead, what if we sent homeless people to a Hunger Game island?
Okay.
Okay.
Continue.
What country is this off of?
We're gonna switch it up every year.
I like that. It's
So
that is nice because you can go to like a third world country and they could bring them tourism
Right.
dollars.
It can't be in the United States because I don't want any of these homeless people to have a home field advantage.
And you just don't want them in the United States at all.
True.
That's like the whole point of this.
Right.
Either way,
That would be
they're somewhere else.
Yeah. It's kind of counterproductive to have it in the United States. Yeah.
So we're gonna have it in a place where it's kind of lawless. Like no one's really gonna mind. People are gonna, kind of keep it hush hush. Turn a blind eye to it.
Probably like the island Amelia Earhart died on. Just like nobody really knows where it is.
Right.
Kind of
Is that Midway?
She didn't die on Midway.
I know.
That was a terrible battle. Why did she choose to fly during that? Such a bad idea.
Just shot down in her little like one engine plane.
Flying across the world. Wrong time, bitch. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, that's not how that works. I don't
Maybe
think that's how
Amelia
it happened.
Earhart was a kamikaze pilot.
That's
All right, so-
okay. Yeah, let's let him get to it.
We don't actually tell the homeless people where they're going. We just round them up in vans.
Okay.
This sounds a little.
So we
okay.
start with kidnapping.
Sounds like the disappearances of like Argentina, in like the 60s.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Stop interjecting with your weird Amelia Earhart like Argentina.
All right, Dan.
I mean, speaking of Argentina, we can have the Falkland Islands.
Oh, that's a good spot.
Okay.
I think we started off Falkland Islands. We'd round all the homeless people up, ship them there, and then we
Okay.
tell them, hey, we're going to have this Hunger Games scenario where the winner gets $20 million. Who
What?
says no?
Nobody says no.
No one says no.
Well, it depends.
Wait,
What are the
only
odds?
one?
What are the odds?
How many? Okay. Hold on. Wait a second. Yeah. How many people are we kidnapping at one time?
Oh.
We're going to get all the homeless people in America.
So you're gonna fit every homeless.
That's like
Producer Micah. Can you look up the number of homeless
Yeah.
people in America, please?
Oh,
Just
don't give us
real-
that fucking attitude.
Yeah, this is important. This is how we determine if this is a
we're-
real
all right,
good
and
thing.
we're going to break them up into teams. So like teams of 10. You get
By
20
race?
No, and the teams are going to be named
not doing
after
race.
Legends of the Hidden Temple team.
So like
The Silver Snakes.
the Blue Barracudas.
it makes it family friendly because we're going to televise this. It's going to be pay-per-view.
Yeah, so wait, hold on. I've already found a contradiction. This is something you want to keep hush-hush, but then televise.
Right. I mean, to the
Well,
government.
it's pay-per-view. It's pay-per-view. Not everybody sees it.
Right.
Uh,
I mean, to us, it's hush-hush to whoever, the country we have it on. But
so the leading country in the world for influence, no one's going to know about our little Hunger Game
no, people are going to
escapade.
know, and we're making money off it.
Yeah.
So let's just drop
it's
the
actually
hush-hush
tax
part.
relief.
Well, no, what he's saying is we go to the country. We don't tell them why we're there.
They're going to figure
with
it out.
the millions and millions of homeless people.
Okay, hold on. Micah's here.
I have some actual stats here. I can't believe they actually exist. According to the National Alliance to End Homelessness, there are at any time there are 564,000 homeless people, meaning they're sleeping outside or in a shelter
See, that's not that many.
in America. According to Wikipedia, there's 1.5 million.
Not that many.
So
Dude,
that's
what?
0.5%.
All right, Dan, we're
Of
going
our
to talk
population.
logistics when you're done talking.
All right. So
let's go.
1.5 mil. We break it down to teams of 10. We do a little tournament style. Put it on pay-per-view. And the winner gets $20 million. I don't think anyone says no.
one winner out of 1.4 million
Wait,
people.
10 people splitting 20 million 10 ways?
Yeah.
Okay, so 10 people get $2 million.
So like Hobo Joe and his bridge crew,
yes.
and like the people he hangs out with under the bridge, like they're a team.
Okay. So you have let's go the low here. 564 million split divided by 10, that's 56.4 thousand, right?
It's gonna be like a March Madness type deal.
56,000 teams of 10. So we're gonna have a 56,000 team
Year-round.
bracket. No, that's decade round.
Now here's a question, Dan. What if all the homeless people decide together that they want to split the 20 million and just get $14 a person?
That's enough. That's enough for at least like 2 MD 2020s right there.
Right there.
That's right there. That's against the code and against.
Yeah, but see, the problem is
That's against the rules.
you're holding 20 million on an island, I'm assuming, where the people running the show aren't.
No, the money's not going to be. The money's going to be in America.
Okay,
the winner's going
so-
to return. They're going to have a parade. They're going to march down New York City, get their $10 million or $20 million check.
Yeah, everyone like the gay pride parades. Everyone dresses cool. Everyone will just dress in trash for these homeless people, like little trash aristocrats.
What
and,
if
like, trash
what if you just
tuxedos.
create a new Australia, this island of like convicts and
I think you
people?
could actually do it in Australia, the middle of Australia. There's
There's nothing
there.
going on there, and there's a lot of dangerous shit. You got to worry. Okay, so here's the problem.
That might be the situation.
You have 564,000 people, and I'm guessing not that many people responsible for them. That's how you immediately start a revolt, Or it's like, wait a minute.
No.
But no,
if
they
you put them
can't,
in the middle of
they
nowhere.
can't really revolt. There's gonna be big fences. They don't know what to do with that.
Right.
They're fenced in. It's on TV.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna watch their every move.
Yeah.
All
It's
564,000.
gonna kind of be like this. You know how
Dude,
Shia
it's
Shia LaBeouf is having a live stream for the entire President Trump
Dude.
like camp or while he's president,
Dan.
like his whole time in office. I think we can live.
Having
feed
a bunch
this
of
entire thing.
subhumans in a fenced-in area, Westworld.
Oh my God.
It's all Westworld.
No, this is homeless Westworld.
So like, are we sending in? Wait, there's.
So can I have vacation there?
You didn't get this
Can I
yet?
have vacation there?
No.
You
'cause
don't-
You'll die.
Yeah, they haven't quite figured out how to get the homeless people to not actually be able to kill you yet with their fucking broken bottles. So, I mean, it's like choose your crusty hat. Which one do you want to wear? The crusty white one or the crusty black one?
That shank's too dull to get through your skin.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what they do. They give them really dull shanks and they try to stab you and they can't.
It's actually
They
just
just
rubber.
They just sand down. They sand.
They give them rubber swords. You have to kill each other. You got to kill each other with wiffle ball bats.
So like in this scenario, while all these homeless people are trying to kill each other for money, they're also just people that are affluent and on vacation, not able to be killed somehow. Okay, this
No,
is
Jared brought that in. That's not part of it.
okay. Fine.
No, but
So what is this? What is this? What is
What's
this?
the way we can make money on the side?
accomplish?
How is this? How's the net positive gonna be more money for America?
All right, well, we're cleaning the streets of homeless people. First
Okay.
off, it's more of like an aesthetic thing.
Cool.
You're getting clean streets, people, and we're not spending money on all the on welfare.
Right, because
These homeless
Micah,
shelters.
remember that stat we talked about on how much money goes to welfare every year? When we were discussing sending homeless people to Mars? Because there's something that's really important here, and it's not. I want you to consider the insane amount of logistics of kidnapping 564,000 people into unmarked vans. Hold on. And then we're going to go the cheapest way possible of shipping 564,000 people out of a port, which is going to be a container ship.
Long-term deal.
yeah,
You gotta
so
think about this
we
long-term.
might just
They're
have to-
gonna be fucking dead.
Why don't you just sink the ships? That's what you're doing. You don't even need to shell out
No,
the 20
because
million.
you have to give these people hope. They have to consent. They're
Yeah,
gonna
it's the
consent.
American
you put
dream.
$20 million up, they're gonna consent. But if you can't, otherwise you're just murdering people.
I'm telling you, man.
Yeah,
you
what-
tell
You're
people.
awful, Jake. You want to just murder these
You just
people?
want to
That's
murder
fucked
these
up.
homeless people. I'm giving
They're
them
dying
an
for a
opportunity.
cause.
of a
No,
lifetime.
no, you're right. Dan doesn't want to just murder these people. He wants only 10 not to be murdered.
No,
And
no,
he,
but
and
I
he
want
wants
it to be
them to murder
entertaining.
each other.
Yeah.
Big difference.
Yeah, my hands
Right.
are clean.
By forcing them into that,
But also,
because they're being kidnapped and put into vans.
But Jake,
They're not opting into it.
Let's hear Dan out.
Okay.
$59.99 on pay-per-view year-round stream. I think everyone pays for that. How many-
I'd pay for that.
There's what 300 million
So
people in America.
I'm sorry, you just came up with bum fights.
Essentially,
You
But-
just came up with
Yeah,
bum
but
fights.
he
Did I just-
monetized.
did
He
I just say
monetized
So
it.
instead of fighting each other, they're killing each other. Instead of a ham sandwich, it's 20 mil.
So
Okay.
forget legalize marijuana. It's all about bum fights.
Legalized bump fights.
that is Dan's hot take.
All right, that's Dan's half-baked hot take.
I
Bump
don't know.
fights.
Tell
Bum
us if that
fights.
sucks.
Thanks for coming up with bum fights for us, Dan.
Tell us if it sucked. If not, it's not fights though. They're dead.
God.
Bum murders. We'll call them that.
But you
All
get
right,
weapons.
so
There's hunting.
here's another segment now because Dan's is over.
We're gonna go to yours.
Oh no, it's a segment that's not on the rundown because Micah doesn't know about it. This is Micah's segment. I'm just gonna make up a new segment for Mike every week. Mike, get on the mic.
13 seconds
Ham.
of ham.
Ham,
Micah, get on the mic.
Here we go. This is this week's ham segment. Micah, give us a list of 10 things you think are lit,
I want 10.
and say like blank is lit
Let's
each
go.
time.
And that's the format you can't.
You have to use that.
Don't
format.
elaborate.
Here we go. Come on, Ham.
NBA basketball is lit.
NBA basketball. All right, what else?
Keep going.
God, your life sucks.
Dive bars are lit.
Dive bars are lit.
Blue Apron, it's lit.
Okay.
You are a shill.
That is a pro.
You are a shill. You are
Absolute
a
pro move.
You are a mark. No one believes you.
Gambling on mybookie.ag,
Oh,
it's lit.
Selling your soul to the smallest bidder. It's lit.
Working near Content Alley is lit.
Okay.
No one knows
No,
where that is.
Content Alley is where the content team works in Grand
You
X
have to run.
headquarters.
So if you're ever
My-
looking for Content Alley at the Grand X offices, there's actually a brick wall just outside of our building. It's like the 9 3/4 platform. Just
Yeah.
run headfirst straight at
That's
it.
how you do it.
You will get to Content Alley.
My apartment near Dan is lit.
Micah does live like right next to Dan.
That's right next.
Did you guys see each other all the time after you got laid off the first time?
No, I was just traveling, so
Doesn't Micah water his grass naked? Did I make that up?
he doesn't have grass.
No, he gets drunk
This is an
and he
apartment.
goes
I have
outside
an-
naked and he spits
I
on
do
it.
have an herb garden in the backyard or on the
nice.
patio.
Is that lit?
Do you use
My herb garden, well, right now it's dead. It's not lit.
It's always weird. Whenever I like whenever I'm coming home from the bars, when I was like dating somebody, or if I'm just coming home from the bars with somebody, Mike will just pop out as I'm walking to my place.
That
Yeah,
happened. That did happen once, and
happened
it
a
was
few
lit.
times.
It was-
Okay, so what are we at?
I
6?
think we got like
I saw.
three more.
I was in my house
Whoa,
on the couch,
whoa, that's not.
and I look out the window and I see Dan coming with a chick. So I jumped out to my back patio, and I think I was shirtless. I was like, "What's up, Dan?" And I didn't see he was coming, or I didn't see the girl behind him. I just saw Dan, and he's like, "Not much. I'm on a date right now." I'm like,
I immediately would have turned and just been like, that guy always tries to sell me drugs. It's so weird. I don't know him. Sorry. So you're at 6.
Essentially what I did.
Johnny Manziel's comeback. It's lit.
The 7.
okay.
We got 3 more. Let's go.
My Ford Focus. It's lit.
Yeah, now you're not. Now you're lying to everyone.
No, that's fine. I like his Ford Focus.
Tomorrow's lunch at Hat Creek. It's lit.
It's lit. Okay, what now? Your most lit thing of the week, Micah.
What's
Come on, Ham.
Ham's lit thing of the week. Yeah, think about it. Think about it. Come on. What's lit? Tell us. More lit than your herb garden. More lit than your Ford Focus. Yeah, I know.
He's
It's
really
tough. Come on.
pensive.
He's
Here he goes.
licking his lips.
Here he goes.
It's coming. It's on its way. He's got nothing.
Okay, you have 5.
My
4.
my last weekend, it was lit.
Oh, man, sweet. Yeah, no.
You don't want to go down that road, Micah.
You mean that time where you cooked for us and we didn't show up?
That was 2 weekends ago.
That was not lit.
No lit.
It was not lit.
Just so
Thank
you
you.
know,
That's been It's Lit with Producer Ham.
You should never have to say your segment. Or be able to.
So there we go. That was Ham's segment this week.
Okay,
That was awesome.
Are we doing
I think that was
Jared?
good radio.
Jared segment?
Jared's segment. Okay, so we're gonna do this week legal or illegal.
Okay.
So
Explain.
I have a list of laws. These are Florida laws from the state of Florida, where all
So
three
they're
of us.
all legal.
Yeah, it's all legal.
yeah.
It's like Dan's Australian fenced-in area.
It's just a lawless swamp. Let's be
Lawless
real.
swamp.
Yeah. It's what that is.
Whenever
So-
you have like a weird news headline, it's 99%.
Yeah.
There's actually a fun game called Florida or Ohio you can play where you guess where the headline's from.
Yeah.
Because Ohio is like Florida without an ocean.
and with like more middle class, but the middle class is as trashy as the lower class in Florida.
Yeah.
I've made this argument. Ohio's the biggest trash state in the country.
Between Cincinnati and Lima or Toledo, there's literally nothing.
They have the Juggalo convention there.
Do they really?
Yeah.
Oh. That's kind of lit.
Go ahead. All right. Yeah,
So
sure.
these are Florida laws. So you need to guess if this is a real Florida law or a Florida law that I made up.
Okay, so are we just going Dan first, me first, or are we both?
No, I'm gonna say it, and you both. Yeah, you'll
that's
say what
fine.
you think, and then I'll tell you. But give the not readers, I guess.
Okay, yeah,
Give the
listeners.
listeners a little bit of time to
Play at home. Yeah.
play at home. It is illegal to kill a cockroach or other similar pest in the presence of a minor.
I'm gonna say,
It's animal cruelty. Yeah.
yeah, it might like.
It's illegal.
You know what? I'm gonna say it's totally bullshit. And you made that up.
Dan?
Because
I told you, animal cruelty. Don't want to teach kids to like be treating animals that way. It's illegal.
I'm gonna say it's you took another animal out and put cockroach in.
No, I just made the whole thing up.
Okay.
So yeah, that is not a real Florida law.
Okay. Okay. I
And
was
if you,
right.
if
I'm
you,
one.
if you,
I'm 1. Dan 0.
you
right
are. Yeah, you keep scoring your hands. It'd be
Yeah.
easier to do. People
score at
at
home,
home can
too.
watch.
Now. Yeah.
Next one. Doors of public buildings must open outward.
That's for sure true.
Dan?
True.
That's true. You know why? Because it's harder to break in when the jam's on the inside. If the door is built to go inward, you can kick it in easier. That's,
Dan, why do you think that's true if you think it's true?
Basic engineering.
well, doors can go either way.
Well, either way, it
Kinda
is
like Jared.
true.
Yeah.
And the reason why that they list is because it's so people can escape if there's a fire or something.
Oh yeah, it makes
You
sense.
can't get like locked in. So that's real.
Okay.
Next.
Two. You got 1.
It is illegal to dress a manatee up as a person.
That's totally fuck. I mean, it's. You know what? Hold on. That's a trick question. What if it doesn't specifically say that? But like, so you're not supposed to touch manatees. Period.
I'm saying these are official laws literally listed in Florida.
I'm gonna say that doesn't exist.
You're
but
not allowed to fuck with manatees.
You're not allowed to fuck with manatees, but that's not listed.
That is true. That is true.
It really says you can't dress
No,
up as a person.
it is true what you said.
Oh, okay, so I'm right.
It probably is illegal to do that,
No,
but that
it's
is not
very illegal.
that is not a law in Florida.
Well, you didn't say I couldn't dress up like a person. You just said I couldn't fuck with it.
Yeah.
That's the most Florida excuse I could ever think of coming out of that.
Okay.
God,
Up next,
manatees are awesome though.
manatees are great.
Yeah, there's giant baked
Dumbest
potatoes
things.
floating
God.
in the river.
They have,
There is a very common urban myth. Actually, I'm going to say real quick. I'm going to mention something.
oh, is it that manatees have human-like vaginas?
That one. And also, I'm sure you heard this when you were in Tampa. Everyone has a friend who has a brother that went to jump on a manatee and fell through because it was a rotting manatee carcass.
Ew.
Have you ever heard that?
No.
That's a very common urban legend. I've
Why the
heard.
fuck were
Maybe
they
you've
jumping
heard-
on
have you heard that?
manatees?
No,
Why are they
Okay.
jumping on manatees in the first place?
Because they're assholes. But
because it's
Really?
Florida.
yeah. Anyway, go
It's
on.
like cow tipping in the Midwest.
Next up, hope you have your scores up.
You got 3. I think Dan's got 2.
I didn't even guess there.
Dan's
but
got
that's
2.
fine. I didn't have an opportunity.
Going back to public spaces, you may not shave yourself of any body hair, I guess, in a public restroom.
That's real.
So that's illegal, right?
That is illegal, and it's probably specified so.
That is illegal because they don't want
Yeah.
bums to shave.
They don't
in,
they don't
like,
want pubes
public
everywhere.
restrooms.
That's just public decency.
Yeah.
Oh, I made that up.
What?
You just got.
Oh, 3-1.
Just boned you.
Just got boned.
Dan, how do you feel about getting that wrong, you little fucking idiot?
You know, I get so many things wrong in life. It doesn't even faze me anymore.
Yeah.
It is illegal to skateboard without a license.
Ooh. I'm 3-1 right now. I'm gonna say that's bullshit. Just what department does that even go through?
Dan?
What city did you pull this from?
This is just a list. These are all
Are these
laws
Florida
in the state.
statutes?
No, these are laws in the state of Florida. Some are city and some are
Okay.
state.
It would help if I knew the city.
Dan, you're going to actually get a 0 if you don't say any
I'm gonna
answer.
say
No, it's legal to skateboard without a license.
yeah. I'm gonna say that too.
No, it actually is illegal to
Wait,
skateboard
where do you
without
get a
a
skateboard license?
Dude, I don't know. I'm not a fucking board boy. I don't, like, where else? Where do you go? Like a skate shop?
God, I'm like
Is that-
3-2.
Is that what skate shops are for?
It's
like-
like the DMV for
You never
skateboarding.
skated? You never skated for like
They
a
don't
week?
sell any skate equipment. It's just like a long line of people holding tickets with numbers on them, waiting
Yeah.
in line to get their skateboard licenses.
You never played like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater and then went outside and like tried to skateboard
Yeah,
for
I got
a
arrested.
week or so?
I got arrested.
Got thrown in the clink. All right, how many more you got?
2.
Okay.
You may not kiss your wife's breasts.
Ever?
I don't know. I'm just reading what's on the fucking thing in front of me.
3-2. I'm gonna say that's bullshit.
I don't know. It's a pretty conservative state. I'm gonna say it is bullshit though. It's very much legal to kiss your wife's breast.
Dan, I want to. It is actually illegal to kiss your wife's breasts
In Florida?
in Florida. At least in some parts of Florida, it is illegal to kiss your wife's breasts.
Is that like too unholy? It's only vaginal.
The thing is it legal to kiss somebody else's breasts if you're married? It just can't be your wife's.
Oh,
Or-
honey, I can't kiss your breast.
Or-
I'm sorry.
That's
the
why I was
minute
at
you
the
get married, you can't kiss
Your
the
wife
breast.
walks in on you. Oh no, I can't kiss your breast. I was kissing her breast, but I was thinking about you because I can't do it to you. I'm just a man of the law, like Dan.
Aren't you lucky? All right, last one, Jared.
Okay,
I'm 3-3. I'm 500 right now.
Dan, what are you?
I have no idea.
Good job. Nudity is banned with the exception. You're gonna know what this is, but I just want to talk about it. Nudity is banned
Gasparilla.
with the exception of bona fide, in quotes, theatrical performances.
Boner fide. More like boner fide.
So you can be naked.
You cannot be naked unless
By the way, I'm pretty sure this is on stage, on any stage.
okay.
So it's obviously real, and let's just get that out of the way. It's obviously real. And so in I think this is in Sanford, Florida, which is outside Orlando.
Yeah, it's
Dan
where-
knows all about it.
It's really cheap
Yeah,
to fly in
it's-
there.
It's a great zoo.
You're only allowed to be naked on a stage if it's in a bona fide. What constitutes a bona fide theatrical performance?
It's if you have a boner. Boner fide.
Bona fide.
Yes.
Dan, do you have any idea what constitutes bona? Like, can we have Jake just sit in the audience and us like just naked on a stage, just
No, I
fucking
think you
meat
have to-
spinning?
I think it has to have like a certain critical acclaim in
Like
order to be nude.
it has to progress the plot and be a specific, like if the nudity basically heightens the performance and attributes, like if the nudity plays a significant factor in the plot or the importance or significance of a moment.
No, like whatever the theatrical Rotten Tomatoes is, if you have over like 69%, you're good with nudity.
69, you're good
But
with
under
nudes.
69, you're just like, Nah,
But how do you
sorry,
get over
arrested.
69 if you're not nude? I feel like I'm like anything. It's not.
It's like
has
one of
no
those
nudity in
catch-22
it.
things,
Yeah.
man. You're just kind of risking it.
You can't get ranked well unless you're naked. You can't be naked unless you're ranked well. Sorry.
It is the
That's how it is.
dilemma of many
Of our modern times.
thespians. Hot.
They just want to be naked. That's all it is.
It's hot naked
And then here's the last
thespians.
part of my segment. It's called "Should It Be Illegal?" Vehicular manslaughter. I don't think it should be.
You don't think it should be legal?
I don't know. I don't think it should be illegal.
Why?
With DUI? Or
No, if you no, that's different. That's a DUI, DWI.
So what if you just made a bonehead move? Like, oh man, you know what? I just like
No,
I saw the car coming, but I went in.
Dude, I had a text.
Yeah, I think it should be illegal.
If I'm texting somebody and I hit somebody, it's not my fault. It's my friend's fault.
is it a life or death text?
Yeah. He wants to
what
know.
is the text
He
like?
wants to-
He said, "Do you want anything from Taco Bell?"
I think-
Where are dim titties?
You know, I think I think for that, I think you
Tell
do.
dim titties I said hello.
I think you do 30 days in jail and 6 months community service.
and you have
But
to
you,
te-
but you still think it should be illegal, dude? This is I want a gordita crunch and I want one of those new double stack tacos and I need to text him back.
I mean,
the
I
fact that
can-
somebody got in my way.
I can work with you on jail time, but like 6 month community service is like
Dude.
a hard line.
Baja Blast, dude. That's what you're saying. I'm trying to get a fucking Baja Blast and I should go to jail for that.
Hot take
I mean, you
Bob
just gotta-
Blast isn't even that
It's
good.
more of like a front you put forward for the other guy's family.
yeah.
Like at least you do community service, like whatever that kid like really.
Actually, you
loved.
know what? You actually bring up a good point though. What the fuck is that person doing stepping in front of Like, are you
Right?
running? Are you running a red light while you're texting? Like, is this person just happening to step out in front of you?
Okay, they were in a crosswalk, but it was not.
Are you
They
trying to
were
make a turn
jaywalking?
with your knee?
They were jaywalking, and I was texting my friend about Taco Bell, and I hit.
I
them.
mean, the thing is, though, is he an illegal immigrant? Because in Trump's America, like scot free.
Rick Scott free.
Rick Scott. That's Florida for you.
Okay, what's
No, I'm just kidding. I hate people who text and drive. That's fucked up. Don't
Okay,
do it.
what's the
It can wait.
what's
guys.
the
It can wait.
Hashtag X. I think that it was dumb that they made PSA like that was that stupid because it makes people like care about it less. People just were joking and like, oh yeah, hashtag X. Like I'm never gonna fucking use that. The
Wasn't there
hashtag doesn't mean anything in a text.
Wasn't there something like I kind of vaguely remember they had a don't text and drive thing? It was just if someone tries to text you, just like respond this and they'll know you're
it was
driving.
hashtag X. That's what they
You were
told to respond.
supposed to text and drive while you were texting driving.
Yes.
To tell them you were text. This is the dumbest idea ever.
No, you just gotta do what Jordan Spieth does in his commercial. You throw that in the glove compartment.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, and then they also had a meme before when it was like, this is the text that my sister was reading when she like got in the
It's always
crash.
something lame as hell.
And no, and
Where
remember,
apartment is.
do you remember it was something really lame because that was the point of it? But remember there was a meme where people would just put in their own things on that text thing.
Yeah.
For some reason, people love to just completely jeopardize the like validity of all texting while
No,
driving things.
because
It's kind of fucked up.
public
'cause-
service announcements are solely for just like being torn apart by people on the internet.
But like, I don't know. Like they would never do that for a DUI commercial. But like, it kills a lot of people. A lot of people get injured and hurt because of texting and driving.
I'm gonna just tell you, PSAs right now are not a good way to spread the word.
They're not people
Because
just make fun of
I'm
them.
gonna name two real quick. One is a dude in like a hot dog costume. It's on Ben White. He's in a hot dog costume because he's trying to pay off his minor in possession of tobacco ticket he got. It's like still look cool now. And it's like, so this is wait, what? Like,
This guy's dressed
so
in a hot
yeah,
dog
that
costume?
is the big consequence for smoking cigarettes. You have to work a little bit to make some money.
You know
Like,
what? Actually, I'm
yeah.
a fan of that.
So
for like
fucking
petty, small crimes, I think everyone should have to like go to your local mall.
Public shame.
Yeah, dress as like a giant.
But I'm just
cookie
talking about like
or-
all the steps you have to take to come to that thought. Like, oh man, so what's the worst thing that can happen? Well, he gets a ticket. He can't afford the ticket, so he has to wear a hot dog suit. Man, that's embarrassing. He's probably gonna
Adam.
smoke on his break. Like,
yeah.
and then the other one,
Really? You just smoke in the hot dog suit.
yeah, dude, he's better cover, man. Like, and then the
He'll
other
hotbox it with
he's
fucking
gonna
tobacco
hotbox his
smoke.
cigarettes. He's gonna get cancer
He's
fast.
gonna get way more smoke in his lungs.
That could be that typed out should be the PSA. Like, this is how
This
you're
whole
gonna die.
podcast should be the PSA.
Asphyxiation in your hot dog suit. But then the other one was, it was a guy. It was like hand drawn on yellow construction paper. It was like, this guy's dog comes up to him while he's smoking pot. He's like, "What are you doing to yourself?" And like the whole time the guy's talking to his dog, and the dog's like, "You're lame." Dog goes
He
away.
just walks away.
It's like
That's a famous commercial.
yeah, no, that's like a thing. And then it's just like, wait, so weed makes your dog talk to you? Like, I want that. I want that immediately. If I'm 14.
Do you
years
remember
old.
in the same company
Above the
public
influence
service
or
group? Yeah.
whatever, yeah.
They had the commercial where the kid would just be sunk into the couch.
Yeah.
I want to make a parody of that where, the guy's like, what are you doing? He's just like, no, this is just a really shitty couch, dude. Like, it's just the seat's broken. People are standing on it. Just like fucking, I don't know, man.
Okay.
And so anyways, in conclusion of this segment, don't drink and drive. Don't text and drive.
Was that the only crime that you wanted to like see? Should it be illegal or not? Or was there others?
I'm over it either way.
Yeah, my segment's over. I don't know what you're talking about, Dan.
Yeah.
Time for Jake's segment.
Motion
All right.
close.
All right, guys. Real quick. Hold on. Micah, don't scroll down yet.
Up.
Oh, don't. No. You have the wrong picture. Don't close your eyes. Close your eyes.
already looked.
Yep. You have the wrong picture.
Dan looked
I
hardcore.
showed you another picture that doesn't have the description of what it is on
Oh,
it.
I didn't see. Thank God.
I have another
This is
link.
classic ham mess up.
I sent you 3 links. 2 were for one angle, another angle, and then the actual information. So this is my segment. It's called What the Fuck Is That? And basically, I'm just going to show them something, and they have to figure out what it is. So, guys, you can take a look. What the fuck is that?
Oh,
That is
okay.
a face suit. That is a suit made of human face.
Okay. So if you guys, I'll try to describe this for you. It's a picture of a man who's facing away from the camera,
Right.
and we see he's wearing a blazer that appears to be made out of skinned human faces.
You know what it is? It's the rag that Mary Magdalene cleaned on Jesus' face.
The Shroud of Turin? You think that's the Shroud of Turin?
All right, guys. This is something you can actually purchase. It is the Ed Gein style horror gothic jacket, Halloween, one of a kind, gore, strange, weird, unique vest.
Is Ed
or
Gein
jacket.
the Ed Hardy of Gothic?
Ed Gein is a serial killer that used to make lampshades out of people's
Wait,
skin.
is that a real?
This is a real thing that someone made.
Are those
on
real
Etsy.
faces?
No,
though?
debatable.
For $1,200. So
It ships from Australia.
For $1,200, it damn well better be human skin.
Yeah, what the fuck?
So
It says it's latex. I don't want. I want
So
a real
literally-
human
Who the
face.
fuck wants to like wear a jacket made of latex?
like, what the fuck is this though? Like, who was like, you know what my Etsy store is gonna be? Because you can look to the right. There's like little baby face bras and
Ooh,
like
yeah.
I don't even.
There's an Ed Gein bowler hat. A cigarette case.
If I popped a girl's shirt off and she was wearing that bra, I'd
So
probably just turn around.
All right,
It's
so,
all right, sorry.
I have a
good
couple
game, but it's just not. It's not gonna happen.
What are your
tonight.
questions, Jake?
I have a couple questions that go along with this. Can we go back to the jacket, please? Get off the bra. Stop getting off the
yeah,
boob
get off the
pics,
fucking
dude.
bra, you perv.
Micah's like, ooh, bra. And he clicked. Dude, do you like perv out at the Target bra section, bro? That might be you. Anyway, this guy looks like Chris Angel wearing it. But so I have a
Basically,
couple
mixture of
questions.
Chris Angel and Matt from Seventh Heaven.
What the fuck event do you wear this to? Like, where are you trying to show off your $1,200 face?
I would wear this as a seat filler at the Emmys.
As a what?
Yeah, seat filler.
Oh, like they don't have enough people to fill all the seats.
That's how it works. Like
I mean, I think it's
all the
pretty-
seats in the back are like seat filler seats. They're like people who aren't famous at all, but they get them through like agencies and shit.
It's pretty obvious where you wear this.
Where, Dan?
Every funeral. Like every funeral ever.
It's
you
your
would wear
funeral
this.
suit?
You just stand by the casket as it's lowered.
Yes,
You're
yes.
just like,
One more for my jacket.
just like soon. Soon.
Hey, so when are they closing this casket
I'm
up,
turning
huh?
this into a full trench coat. Been
Yeah,
waiting for,
this
like,
is a
9 more
creepy-
faces.
Can we get a picture of this on
Yeah, we're gonna-
yeah,
it's
we'll
just
have a
like-
picture
it's
of it
gonna
on
be
the post on the website. It's pretty spectacular.
Okay, so I want to know, is this a good way to start? What the fuck is that?
I think it is. 'Cause
Okay.
I wasn't sure what the fuck that was.
That's all you found out?
Yeah.
That it's actually high art?
Yeah,
the
I
skin
mean,
jacket.
it's,
Yeah,
it's
you
$1,200.
fucking
It better
Philistine.
be.
Why don't you get some fucking culture?
I'm
Appreciate
not very cultured.
Fine arts.
Do you know what? It made me think of the bad guy from the first Spy Kids movie who has like 4 faces.
Oh, Bloop.
Yeah, Bloop. It kind
Or
of reminded me of Floop. I think
Bloop
it's
is
Floop.
madman. Help us save us.
Tony Shalhoub.
Yeah, that's what
Think-
a
think Harvey
great
Dent could
criminal.
probably wear
Tony
that.
Shalhoub really reached for that role.
It's like, well, we got you something out of your comfort zone, Tony. What is it? It's a kid's spy movie, and you hold prisoner to cartoon characters. Okay, just fucking.
You'll
do
get
it.
a lot of FaceTime because you have 5 faces.
It's fucking awesome. Okay,
Well, that was What the Fuck Is This?
with Jake Goldman.
And this is mybookie.ag. Dan? Dan, I'm going to let you do this because you're here on the podcast now. You do a MyBookie read.
Fuck, man. MyBookie. What can I say about it that hasn't already been said?
Nothing.
There's so much
been a
we've
while.
talked about for them.
If you use the promo code FRAT, that is FRAT, you get some type of bonus.
We're not sure what it is.
Could be 50% to your
Off
deposit.
French fries. Who
Matching
knows?
your deposit. Could be 100%. Could be a fucking like a rescue dog. I don't know.
It could be a Lincoln Continental. I don't want to give away any hints, but it might be a Lincoln Continental.
Might be a Lincoln Continental.
Could be.
But use that promo code FRAT with your first deposit. You get that bonus. Get that puppy. And you make some bets and don't be a pussy.
Dan,
Check out MyBookie.
give them a bet right now. One bet.
Right now, I mean, you got to ride the Sixers.
Ride the
Ride
Sixers.
the Philadelphia 76ers.
Speaking of riding, I think I shared a stat with Jared the other day, which is if you started a $10 let it ride bet on the UConn women's basketball team at the beginning of their streak for like their 90 or whatever wins, you know how much money you would have right now? Like
I can tell you right now.
$26.
$26.
If you had done, I'll
Because
read
their odds are so fucking terrible.
How ridiculous
I'll read
is
the
that?
tweet. If you had done a $10 money line, let it ride on a UConn women's 91 game win streak, it would be worth $29.54.
Because they're such a huge favorite.
Yeah, exactly.
Every single time.
You're letting it ride too. Every
Yeah.
single time.
No, like,
91
just like,
straight
yeah,
straight
let's
money-
go. Let's
a straight
let's
money
go.
line?
A
Yeah.
straight money line.
Okay.
So obviously the odds are going to be terrible on a money
Yeah.
line.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like UConn minus 50,000.
And that tweet was from at ST Flory. Got to give credit where credit's due.
You play, you win.
You,
You
get
get
pussy. Oh, paid, whatever.
Export or
MyBookie.ag.
import, you got to check out
You make
Jared's
money.
penis.
Export or import, you got to check out my penis. Time to toss it to the other podcasts.
Hey, you looking for a new podcast? Give Dudes Doing Business a shot. We are a business podcast. We give you insight into what we're doing here at the company, but we also bring in people from the outside, some third-party folks to come on and talk to us because business is a sport, as a wise man once said.
That was you, right?
That was not me, but it may as well be because I've adopted it as my moniker.
There you go.
It's
yeah,
my life now.
fresh out of school, stuck in, cubicle purgatory, no matter where you're at. We're just business without buzzwords, so I think we might improve that commute of yours just a little bit.
Dudes Doing Business. Check us out on iTunes and SoundCloud.
Hello, I'm Ross Bullen, and I'm here to tell you about our sports podcast called Backdoor Cover, hosted by myself and Dylan Chivalry.
What's up, Billy?
How you doing, Dylan?
Fantastic.
Great. If you like sports or you have a gambling problem of some kind, we are probably the podcast for you. Again, the name is Backdoor Cover. We're on iTunes and SoundCloud. Every week we talk about the biggest stories in sports, pick some games. We talk about life.
We just have a lot of fucking fun.
We do. We have a great time. Hit us up, Backdoor Cover.
What's up, TFM boners? It's Dylan Shivery here with Touching Base Podcast along with my boys Will and Dave.
What's up, Dylan? What's up, dudes on TFM?
What's going on? This is Will. Hey, Dave, can you tell these turds why they should listen to our podcast?
Oh, I'll tell these turds what's up. Listen to our podcast, Touching Base. It's on iTunes and SoundCloud. You can go listen to the three of us talk about anything from golf to partying to being those old alumni who will go back to your college town and just like take all your women and drink all your booze and throw up at your frat house like idiots.
And dab on you.
We'll dab on you right in your face and you'll cry. 'Cause that's a thing that happens. I've seen it. Happened to me last weekend.
Happened to me, too.
Yeah, Will was there.
Search us on iTunes. Search us on SoundCloud. Subscribe on both.
All right. Now it's time to talk about our friends over at Blue Apron. Blue Apron, the #1 fresh ingredient and recipe delivery service in the country. You guys know how it works. If you ever listen to any podcasts anywhere, they send you meals. You sign up online. You choose your preferences, and then you get to cook your own meals. This next week, you have choices like spicy shrimp and Korean rice cakes with cabbage and some Japanese word. That sounds great. Or mushroom and chipotle pepper
Does that say furikake? I don't think you can
enchiladas
eat
with
that,
lime
bro.
sour cream. Sounds delicious.
Do you know what furikake is?
I don't.
Have you ever looked that up on YouTube?
I don't think that's I haven't, but anyway, I've used Blue Apron. It's a great
Furikake.
service. Stuff comes straight to your house.
It's a dry Japanese seasoning meant to be sprinkled on top of cooked rice, vegetables, and fish.
Sure. And Anyway, it comes straight to your house. You make it. It takes 30 minutes. It gives you instructions. It's too easy. So here we go. Check out this week's menu and get your first 3 meals free.
3
with free shipping.
How?
You just go to my blueapron.com/inside, as in the Inside TFM Podcast.
Never a legit
Blue
read.
Apron, a better way to cook.
Blueapron.com/inside. You'll love how good it feels to create incredible home cooked meals with Blue Apron. Do not wait. Blueapron.com/inside. Blue Apron, a better way to cook.
You'll love how it feels. All over your
Export or
face.
import, you got to
Pure
check out
cock.
Blue Apron. All right, we're here with the hotline calls now, and we have a special guest to go through these calls with us. Tell us about yourself.
Just gonna crash the podcast.
You do this.
It's Dave.
This is Dave Ruff of Touching Base and Postgrad Problems fame.
If you're
And dude's doing business.
The
if you're-
meatloaf guy.
yeah, meatloaf dude, fajita lover, Miata enthusiast.
Yeah, all that, man. That's,
Hey, I hear
that's
you got
kind of
a-
my thing.
I hear you got a good joke for us. What is it?
Do I?
Yeah. You just told it.
Well, it's more of a visual thing.
Okay.
You're on camera.
Oh yeah, we got
You're
a
on camera,
camera
there you
now.
go.
I forgot it's
Use
2017.
the mic as a prop if you want.
So no, it's just hey, how do you get a dog to stop humping your leg?
How?
Pick him up and suck his dick.
Oh!
Love telling
Jokes, man.
Does
you should
that-
do stand up.
Does that actually work?
Well, you know,
might-
this is an off-air conversation.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Hey, look, it's Dan.
Yeah, Dan. How,
It's
is
great
that,
to look at you, but I'm standing right into the
Oh,
sun
yeah.
because these blinds.
Try doing
are
try
awesome.
doing dudes doing business Friday at 4:30 whenever it was.
okay. Have me on.
You should come on. Actually,
Very
it's going to be
relatable.
me and Madison, so we do need a guest.
It's relatable to the audience.
We should have you on. I mean, you got a lot of experience.
A
Like,
lot. I'm 23. I got a lot of work experience.
I
under my
remember
belt.
the one time you guys called me on, like you were like, "Oh, we're gonna talk about these set things about like marketing during Black Friday and like what it all pertains," and then literally none of that was talked about.
what do we talk about?
I don't, dude. We just bullshitted around for like.
You
that's
talked about
business.
giving a
Bullshit
rim
is
job to a
business.
cat.
Oh, was that?
That was a different
yeah, that
joke.
was a
Is
good
that
episode.
one.
People
It's
still
different
talk
different
about
joke. Yeah.
It's like, how do you get a cat to stop humping your leg? Pick it up and lick its asshole.
That. Yeah, that's
Uh,
that's the only way.
Is that the punchline?
That's the Dapper
Yeah.
Dipper for you.
Just stealing jokes.
That was
making money.
Dapper Dipper was Jake's writer name on TFM.
I think that's what we talked about. That was one of
when
the
he used to
things.
write back in college.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's time for the hotline calls. Here's the first call.
What's up, boys? Here from Texas State again, and man, like, so I got a serious question for you. So it's rush week starting for us down here, and like, man, we're having a meet and greet today, and like, there was a kid that rushed us last semester. He was a legacy, and like, man, I don't know. How do you guys like tell somebody like, hey, man, you know, we don't want you coming around to events. Like, I walked in to the house, like, in the kitchen, and this kid was freestyling. But like, I mean, I would have been chill if it was a dope ass freestyle. But he was talking about like, oh, you know, I gotta rap to talk about my feelings, and I don't know, man. I need y'all's advice. I don't know what to do. Also, by the way, how the fuck am I supposed to listen to this podcast with Rob gone? Now you're listening to Jared. There's a reason I stopped listening to Backdoor Cover, all right? I don't want to hear the fucking Bone Zone. I don't want to hear an hour of just Jared. Goldman, you're pretty tight. But, yeah, if y'all could get back to me, appreciate it.
Damn.
Hey, you know,
I mean,
Bone Zone.
Sounds like you just got Bone Zone boner.
I gotta
No,
be.
this guy's a Bone Zone bozo. Michael, put the Bone Zone bozo sound effect.
don't do that, Micah.
Don't. No, we're
Feel
not.
free to come back to Backdoor Cover.
Hey, there are worse things you can walk in on a
Jared's
Reshi
gone.
doing in your kitchen, by the way, than just hitting a freestyle.
But it's sounded like a soft ass freestyle. Like,
He could be sucking a dog's dick.
yeah, he could be sucking the dog's D.
Hey,
Yeah.
well, he's humping my leg.
okay,
See,
do
I
you
think
think?
the best way to approach this is you got to hit him with your own freestyle about why you need to get the fuck out.
Let's hear it.
I'm not gonna hit. I'm saying he needs.
Oh,
to hit him
okay.
with
Dude,
It's up to
Dave,
you.
I heard you used to spit bars.
Yeah,
I'm
Zambars.
Whoa, you spit him out.
I
'cause
spit
you
them
don't wanna
out
take
because I
them?
don't do drugs.
Yeah.
No, you know, there's been some freestyling in the past. I'm
I will take anyone in freestyle in this entire.
Okay, then give
All
this
right, drop
give
it.
this kid a freestyle
Give
right
him
now.
A freestyle. To tell this
I'm
kid.
not gonna do that because I only talk about my feelings when I rap. But
Oh yeah,
I'm one of
Wait,
those types.
Were you in Texas State earlier this semester?
I'm a
was, that kid, was that kid from Texas State?
I think you
Yeah.
said he was.
I thought all the good frats got kicked off.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, that's why you're getting scraps like freestyler. But anyway,
Yeah, dude. Hey, take what you can get.
So was
buddy.
he alone in the kitchen, like practicing his
that
freestyle,
would
like
be incredible.
to himself before he was gonna
Like
present
8
it to the
Mile.
brothers or something, like 8 Mile, like in the bathroom before the fucking big thing?
That's the only way I freestyle is without an audience. Like
Yeah.
the minute there's somebody in the room, I'm like, oh. I
You throw your
freeze up.
black hoodie
It's
on,
like,
throw
oh,
up your
fuck.
mom's
I had
spaghetti.
a little- yeah.
So maybe he was just like trying to psych himself up for talking to the brothers, just like doing a little rapping by himself in the kitchen. I don't.
Like, let me.
I kind of feel bad for the kid though.
Yeah.
This is his second time going through as a legacy, and y'all need. You know what? This is y'all are allowing this to happen. Y'all are
Yeah.
enabling him because clearly he didn't get the message last semester.
When he
So,
didn't get the bid.
yeah, you know the glaring lack of bid, should have been enough.
I
but
honestly think if you don't get a bid the first time you go, you should never go back.
we had one situation like that.
Yeah.
We had because KA was 100%. Like everybody had to approve, and there was one guy who didn't like this one kid who went through, but everybody else did. And then I didn't care, but like a couple years later, they convinced the one guy who didn't like him to like stand down and flip his vote, and the guy got in.
Was he a boner?
No, he's a good dude.
All right, cool.
We had a kid who rushed. He rushed with me, and then he rushed the semester before I rushed because I was a spring pledge. I know, bitch, right?
I was a spring pledge as well.
Same.
Dan was a sophomore pledge. You fucking pussy. And yeah, he got 2 straight semesters of rushing and just like nothing. But he was also like a douche, so it was pretty obvious to everybody. Like I was rushing, and they were like, "Yeah, that kid, he's not getting a fucking bid. I don't know why he's here. He was here last semester." It's pretty weird.
That's you know what we used to do though? We used to do this for every kid we were gonna axe from rush. We call it axing. Just like basically we would always have we'd buy like a 6-pack of Diet Check Cola from Winn-Dixie and we'd put them in the fridge and then pour one out halfway and kind of leave it on the back porch for a while. And then if there was a kid that was just hanging around too long and like we knew he wasn't going to get a bid right away, like we'd talk about it the first time, be like, yeah, this kid's never getting a bid here. We'd take him out front, hand him a Diet Check and be like, hey man, listen, we just don't want you to waste your time here. Like we want you to find some place that you're going to fit in well and that they're going to like you. And we don't want you wasting your time here when you could be finding brothers that, are going to mesh well with you.
I like that.
Take this Diet Check for the road.
Was it the warm one?
It was the warm one. Yeah, it's like,
Come
here,
on.
take this Diet Check for the road to quench your thirst on the walk. Like,
I think you hit
Diet
him with a little
check.
bit of a better prank where you rush the kid and then you ball his ass and take his money.
that's
That's
the
always
ultimate,
fun.
That is
That's
the
always
ultimate
fun.
prank.
Oh.
frat.
Got him.
Man.
That's also how you get reported to IFC almost immediately. That's
Yeah.
like where a lot of them come in.
That's
Yeah.
a real.
That's when you
yeah.
create a need for vengeance. That's
You got to watch out for whistleblowers.
yeah.
Yeah.
2017 is the year for whistleblowers, allegedly.
Keep that in mind.
Keep
Next
that in
call.
mind.
Hey, TFM shit suckers. I'm Sam from Tennessee, and I didn't go to college with Jared, but I did go to college with Jay Goldman. And what he used to do at the fraternity, he used to eat the buttons off every remote in every room and then leave the button that he chewed off in that certain room. And everybody thought he was a nuisance. He was fucking terrible. And he was the equivalent of Stan Halen from that one Workaholics episode. He was just absolutely fucking terrible. He's from Florida. He's a fucking shit sipper. He's the worst human being you could ever encounter. I mean, at Florida home games, I went to one, and he used to hit on old grandmothers that, like, took their grandsons to, like, the football games for their birthdays, like 16, 17-year-old grandsons with their grandmothers. It was fucking hideous. It was terrible. Jake, you're a piece of shit. Jared, you're cool. Ross, if you ever on the podcast again, I guess you're pretty cool. That's it. I'm home. I pissed my pants in the car. I'll probably put some baking soda on that shit.
Is that
Anyway,
I don't know.
I guess I'll hear from y'all later. Bye.
Now, in Jake's defense, a grandma is like as hot as it gets in Ocala, Florida. So that's like
I mean, your age gap is either illegal because they're too young or old.
or immoral because they're so old.
Yeah, right. So,
Secondly, as Dave brought up, is baking soda what you do when you pee yourself? Do you put baking soda on it? I feel like that would make like a baking soda volcano thing.
I thought you put peanut butter. You rub peanut butter
You
down
put
there.
peanut butter on
No,
it?
that's when you're trying to get the dog.
Yeah, that's what,
So you get gum out of your hair, right?
Return the favor after you get him to stop humping your leg.
Yeah.
Dave, what are you going to say?
That's how you get gum out of your hair, peanut butter.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
What's mayonnaise for?
Sandwiches.
Mayonnaise is for Friday night.
What?
Can I?
We're-
Go
No,
ahead.
never
No,
mind.
you're good.
Continue on with the story.
I was just gonna ask, like, when that kid was coming up with this thing, like his burn on me about what I used to do back in the day.
You bit off.
Yeah, where was he going?
It was a low energy burn.
I would
bring a little
I
bit
would
more.
bite off buttons of remotes in a room, one button, and then I'd leave it in that room, and then go to the next room, and bite off another button. Like, this is
would you
oddly.
hide it?
In my story, I got a blowjob in a bathroom stall and I shit all over the wall. Jake was just a nuisance. He called him Jake a
Just
nuisance.
a real jerk.
Yeah, we didn't really like the guy. He was okay. We didn't really like him.
Didn't care for him.
Didn't care for him.
Yeah. Okay.
That was a pretty
hey,
low
real
energy.
quick reminder: if you want to call in and leave a message, call us at 800-392-6344. Jared, next
I like
call.
the idea of sabotaging the show by making your call like just like a 4.5 minute drawn out joke that we're all going to listen to and wait for the punchline, and it just never really happens, and we
No.
just
Yeah,
wasted our time.
Okay. Except they just did.
It just did.
They
Hey,
just
you
did
just
it
wasted the
there.
listeners' time because they can't fucking hear you, Micah.
Yeah.
Ha.
The guy,
Okay.
the guy
Anyway,
did pee himself.
next
That was
call,
great.
Jared.
All right, here's the deal, boys. Micah is the worst. Jake Goldman, you're a flawless human being. But Micah, that girl in D.C., I was banging her before you were. So I'm sorry, man, but you're the most pathetic human being I've ever met. Jake Goldman, keep it raw, dude. Keep on grooving. Micah, go to Smithsonian and just jerk yourself off because you're a pathetic, faggot-ass human being.
Jeez. God damn.
I've had a lot of peaks and troughs today on the
Yeah.
listeners' views of me.
Okay.
Keep grooving.
We don't have enough mics
Flawless
for
human
Ham, so I'm
being.
going to walk over to him right now. Nope, you got to respond to
Nah,
it. Ham,
yeah,
there
he
you
said
go.
he
Did
fucked
you
your bitch,
did you
bro.
J.O. in the Smithsonian?
I did not.
Did he fuck your
Are-
bitch?
As I couldn't tell you. I will tell you. The next call is also from the same caller, and it's not nice to me.
Let's get to it.
Yeah.
We need to proceed.
Okay, here is the next call.
Wait, there's more.
Boys, I'm sorry I'm calling again, but seriously, Micah just needs to go to hell. He is the worst fucking human being I've ever met. Met him once in Austin. Don't give a rat's ass about him. Met him in Columbia once too. Met him with Bacon, R.I.P. But honestly, the worst possible fucking human. Try to throw a goddamn chair again at the window, but he can go to hell. Jake, Jared, God bless you both. But fuck you, Micah, you piece of fucking shit. I was there in Columbia, Missouri. You're the worst. They can introduce me to you. You can fucking go to hell, you piece of shit, Micah. Fucking die.
Oh, God. It was all pretty mean. He ended
You
that
know,
just hard.
Yeah.
all publicity is good publicity. This is the most airtimes Mike has probably ever had. So
What are you
I like to
haven't
think
got a lot of these episodes,
yeah.
huh? He gets ragged on quite a bit.
I like to think that Micah just wants to be an on-air personality, and so he just tries to get on as much as possible, like getting.
He
you
does
know,
choose these
talked
calls.
about.
He does it. Yeah, he does it in like the way that's like, well, if I just say the most heinous, if I'm the worst person, they have to talk about me. Like, you're like Puck from fucking Real World, except you're Ham.
That
from
bike
here.
messenger fuck.
What?
No, he's a bike messenger. He used to ride his bike like a savage throughout
Oh,
San Francisco.
And eat other people's peanut butter.
Yeah.
So, Dave, give us some insight.
Made fun of Pedro.
'Cause
Rest
he
in
had
peace.
AIDS.
Yeah, what a dick.
Dave, what is Micah like as he produces your podcasts?
Well,
What's the deal with this, like the taco
Yeah,
bar?
he makes tacos.
well, we never know what's going on back there. Exactly. Like we'll be grooving. We'll be just like Jake does often grooves. We'll be hitting our
Flawlessly.
stride. Then all of a sudden, like Michael will have like a stack of fucking jingle blocks that just crash back there. It turns out he's been doing that. Or like he's got mousetrap set up and the fucking thing comes down and catches the mouse at the end. Like we don't know. There's a number of things that we think are going on back there, but no one's for sure.
One time I saw him putting together one of those ships in a bottles using like the long tweezers.
The other day I saw him putting together a 6-inch cold cut trio. He's just actually a sandwich artist.
Like store-bought, though, not like good.
He was
like,
actually
not even like the real Subway
He was
shit.
training for his Subway interview.
It's called a sandwich artist, by the way.
Yeah. Hey, you're talking to a
Former. He's
Really?
got he still has
High
the
school.
get up, right?
Does he have what it takes to cut it?
He's got a long way to go. Believe me.
Okay,
I've seen this
Ham.
guy.
What's in a cold cut combo?
Miscellaneous meat.
The answer, the answer is
classic Micah.
the answer is
Let's move
turkey.
on.
It's just turkey. It's all turkey.
Yeah, it's all
Bologna's
the same thing.
turkey. The turkey's turkey. The ham's turkey.
I had a buddy that had a girlfriend that worked at Subway in college, at like the campus one, and there's like someone that would go in and just order like double meatball, like double everything to make the sandwich explode. Then they get pissed about it. They do it like every time.
Wait,
Like, why can't it contain all the meatballs?
double meatball?
I want a double meatball.
You know they do
sandwich.
like Chipotle. They double wrap your burrito. Do they double bread your
Just
fucking
like-
sandwich?
Just like somehow get it to lock together.
Let me date myself. I was working at Subway when Jared first came out. We had a big cardboard cutout of Jared when you walked in,
And that's it.
and that's it.
Oh, dude.
So this is like 99.
You know, I met him on a plane.
Did
You
you
got his
really?
autograph.
I got Jared Fogel's autograph.
On a
It's
napkin.
somewhere. It's somewhere out there.
Isn't the napkin like? Didn't you give him a napkin
Subway
and it came
napkin,
back
right?
with his signature and it was really crusty?
Like I was in the Denver airport and I was like, I think that's Jared Fogel. I was at a Subway and I saw him get onto my flight. I was like, oh, this is my fucking chance. And like I get on, my mom was like, did you see who that was? I was like, is that the Subway guy? She's like, yeah. Of course he's first class because all that pedophilia money, you know, just goes straight to your
it's big
straight
money.
to your tickets. But so I had my napkin. I asked the stewardess, I was like, can you get the Subway guy to sign my Subway napkin? She's like, what do you want it to say? I was like, to Jake, Jared Fogle. Like, that's what I want.
To Jake. Don't fuck me. No.
To Jake.
You're too old for me.
To Jake.
How old were you?
I was like, I think I'd already, I was probably 17 or I was a senior in high school.
To Jake, how old are you?
To Jake, you ever ridden first class? How about the bathroom?
Jeez.
All right, we got any more calls?
That's all the calls.
All
if
right.
you want to call in drunk, 800-392-6344. And you want to call in and give Dan some compliments, insults, whatever.
Yeah.
Now that he's here, he needs some love from the
hate.
from the
Ignore
callers.
me. Pretend I'm not even here.
They will.
Treat me like your grandmother.
Oh.
Don't visit me.
Dave, you have any
Don't
last
talk to me,
words?
don't call to me.
Yeah, Dave.
Whatever happened to Jared Fogle?
Yeah, no one. He just kind of fell off the face of the map.
I don't know. I guess Subway moved on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It is.
It is time for RNC, which is a Fiji thing.
Yeah. That's
Is it
some-
nowhere else? Dave, did you guys have RNC at the end of the chapter where you could say where the hell you want?
Oh,
remarks and
voluntary
criticism?
remarks, VRs.
Okay,
VR, yeah.
RNC.
Well,
we just
same
called it
thing.
gavel time, but
Yeah. Well, we have that now.
Shout out to the guy who wrote the dab column, by the way. Whoever submitted that was great.
the dab.
okay. So we're each gonna go in order here.
Oh,
Yeah,
Dave,
so
the, the guest goes first. Dave.
Well, I don't really know what this is, but I'm just gonna make something
It's your
up.
time.
First of all, first and foremost, I appreciate you letting me just come in here and do whatever it is I did today. I came over here to talk to Blake. So
Yeah.
Second of all, did you guys talk about the Ted Cruz stuff?
No.
No, I don't know about that.
Okay.
Deadspin.
All right, that's all I got. Thanks.
All right, then it's Dan is the newest in the company.
Yeah, Dan is the newest in the company. Come on, Dan.
Oh, proud to be Inside TFM Podcast member.
That's all you
Wait,
got.
is this full time? Sorry, I'm interrupting.
I don't know. We'll see. It
I
really depends on the
I
feedback.
think you were supposed to be plugging your Twitter too. And all
Yeah,
that.
this is when you plug your Twitter.
Okay. You can follow me at Dan_Regester, REGESTER.
His middle name
on
is
Twitter.
underscore.
Facts only.
Facts only.
And on Snapchat and Instagram at just Dan Regester. No space.
No underscore?
No underscore.
Nice. All right.
Jared.
Yeah, I'm going to start off here. John McCain was not born in America. John McCain was born in the Panama Canal Zone. That is not United States contiguous area. John McCain was not born in America. Do you guys have any thoughts on that? I will allow you to speak during my segment.
I don't care.
You think he's going to run in 2020?
He might.
That's what people are saying.
Really?
They're saying John McCain.
People are saying
John
McCain
McCain doesn't like
2020.
the current political discourse, and he might run.
Were y'all even votable or voting age?
I couldn't vote.
I couldn't vote till 2008.
Yeah. No, I couldn't vote until. Yeah, 2000.
Wait, no, I couldn't vote till 2012.
Yeah,
I couldn't vote till 2012.
election, yeah.
Damn.
Because
That's crazy
McCain
shit.
was the 2000.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you could vote for like your local elections. Kind of important to get out there.
That's true.
I'm not
Yeah.
actually registered to vote.
They say it's more
Not
important.
registered to vote.
Yeah, Dan is not registered to vote.
What about that Uber stuff? Remember that in Austin?
Oh, ham.
All right.
Anyways, follow me on Twitter at Jared Borislow.
And I guess I'm the only unverified person here.
You are.
Wow,
Womp,
that's
womp.
embarrassing.
Verified doesn't mean validated, guys.
Are you
I wanted to
verified,
talk-
Micah? You're
Of
not.
course
Micah's
not.
not either.
So,
I did
You're
want
in
to
the
say that though.
same-
Verified does not mean validated.
but you are in like the same group as Micah in this room right now.
Didn't
so-
say-
Hey,
nah,
this is
true.
my time.
That's great. Okay.
This is
A
my
check
time.
mark does not make the man.
Man makes a check mark.
True.
Well, actually,
Billy
there's a
Zane.
temp
Billy
at-
Zane
There's a
said that.
temp at Twitter who goes and
Titanic.
actually gives you the check mark.
Yeah, man makes a check mark. Check mark doesn't make the man. But seriously though, you can follow me at Jake W. Goldman across all social media. That's Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, Stitcher, Zanga, MySpace, Friendster, all that stuff at Jake W. Goldman.
Cucksmeat.com.
Cucks meat.
Cucks Meat. You can find me there. Farmers Only Cucks. Things like that. Cucks Farming.
Cucksfarming.com.
Snapface.
It's the new Shia LaBeouf live stream. It's just a bunch of cucks in a field.
Is he still doing that?
Yeah.
Dude, he's
for
doing
him.
it for
4 years.
God, man.
Also, next time we talk, it'll be after National Signing Day. I'm calling it now. Florida Gators get top 12 recruiting class. We're at 24 right now. I think you're 22. We're going to pull a top 12.
I'm thinking UCF.
We know that means
I think
everything.
UCF pulls in a top
Yeah.
500 class.
Top 500?
Yeah.
Good. I think that's a sure thing.
It is.
All right, guys, that's it for the podcast. 5 stars, review, download the TFM app, iTunes, subscribe, other podcasts. I'm just reading what's in front of me.
No, hey, Dave,
That's the best.
Dave, plug your podcast.
Hey, touching base. Dude's doing business. Hell, I'm on we're doing one with the Wall too. Tuesday nights.
Well,
Tuesday
we should
night's
Wall
the
Ball.
Wall night, baby.
Yeah.
We
Are we
should all
seriously
just-
doing a wall podcast?
We've been talking about it for 3
We
weeks.
should just say fuck it all and do a 6-hour podcast where we're all just in a room for 6 hours talking about all the things all at once. We don't have
talking
to
about
talk
bagels again.
Yeah.
We should do more bagel
The
talk.
bagel
That
argument.
was electric.
The bagel argument.
almost tore the office apart.
Yeah.
I don't really care. I was just getting Dylan's back.
All right. Yeah. That's man.
Yep.
It's real. It's called cronyism.
It is.
Or
For Dave
Cronutsism.
and Dan and Jake and myself.
Hit me on Peach, by the way.
Hit him on Peach.
Peach.
Hit him on Peach.
Hit him
Check
on
out,
Peach and Peach.
And
check out
Peach.
Touching Base. You play, you win, you're a pussy.
That's
check
not.
out Touching
yeah,
Base.
that's touching
Inside
base.
TFM Podcast.
That doesn't go like that.
Out.
Nice cast.